Hi friends, today we're going to do the last check-in for our science fair project. Over the weekend I put a few of the plants in my garden, and today we're going to do one last measurement on all of them, and then I am going to plant the rest of the bean plants in the garden. Hopefully over the summer or close to the end of the school year I will be able to take some pictures and show you what it looks like after it starts to grow. If you're following along with us at home, you can go ahead and get your observation journal ready. We're going to be drawing pictures and writing down the measurement for each of these plants. Let's start by taking a look at plant number 1. That is our lima bean. This is our final plant number 1. It has lots of big leaves. I'm noticing that the stalk and the shoot of this plant is a little bit brownish on one side. I've never grown lima beans before, so I'm not sure if that is a good thing or a bad thing. It has some really big leaves on it, the biggest leaves that we have, and a bunch of little leaves on the top. Go ahead and draw your picture now for number 1, the lima bean. And while you're drawing, I'm going to measure it. And our lima bean plant is 42 centimeters tall. So our final lima bean plant got to 42. So go ahead and write 42 centimeters next to number 1. All right, and let's take a look at plant number 2. Plant number 2 was our Kentucky Wonder. This is what our final Kentucky Wonder looks like. It's got kind of like a curly-Q part at the end where it's going to want to start to vine a little bit. The Kentucky Wonder has those heart-shaped leaves in the middle, and then at the top it has some little smaller leaves. It's got a very interesting curve shape to it. Go ahead and draw your picture for number 2, the Kentucky Wonder. And I'm going to go ahead and measure number 2. And get to the top of that one. Number 2 final measurement is 43 centimeters. So far our Kentucky Wonder is 1 centimeter bigger than the lima bean. Go ahead and write 43 centimeters next to number 2. I'm noticing that last week that one was a little bit longer. I wonder if a piece of what the vine kind of snapped off and it got smaller this week. All right, let's take a look at number 3. Number 3, our asparagus bean did not like to be transplanted. We started with 6 of these, and this is the best one that is left. So this can be just a quick picture. This plant is not going to be going in my garden because it is not thriving. It is not doing very well. So go ahead and draw your picture for number 3, our asparagus bean. And we're not even going to measure this one because it's not growing anymore, so we can just leave the measurement on that one blank. Let's move on to number 4. Number 4 is our Purple Wonder. This one is doing awesome. We still have that really cool purplish red color at the bottom. Lots and lots of leaves. And if I zoom in here, we have like the beginning of a bud, which is really cool. We have a couple of those on this plant. So go ahead and do your picture for number 4, our purple. And while you're doing your picture, I'll give the final measurement. Let's see. Our Purple Wonder plant final measurement is 37 centimeters. So far, our Kentucky Wonder is still the biggest. Let's take a look at number 5. Number 5 is our Big Kahuna. And this one actually has 2 seeds in the same little pot that grew together. Very interesting shape here. It's like a giant letter Y. Our big kahuna has some medium-sized leaves in the middle and lots of small leaves at the top, and we also have a bunch of buds on this plant as well. So go ahead for number 5 and draw your picture of the big kahuna. And while you finish your picture, I'm going to measure. And our big kahuna plant final measurement is 36 centimeters. So far still our biggest plant is number 2, the Kentucky Wonder. Go ahead and next to your picture for number 5, you can write 36 centimeters. And last one, we have our golden wax bean. Our golden wax bean is not that big of a plant, but one thing that's interesting about this type of bean is it seems to grow straight up and down instead of curving. We have lots of leaves on this one. This one probably has the most leaves. And we have the beginning of some buds on this plant as well. Go ahead for number 6 and draw your picture of the golden wax. I'll go ahead and measure while you're finishing your picture. And our golden wax plant is 32 centimeters tall. Still not the biggest. All right, so next to number 6, you can go ahead and write 32 centimeters. So it looks like this week we have finally found our winner. Our winner plant was number 2, the Kentucky Wonder. So if that's what you guessed back at the beginning, nice job, your guess was right. I was very surprised by this. I really thought number 5, the big kahuna, was going to be the biggest. Later today, I'm going to plant these in my garden, and I'll be posting some pictures to show you some updates about how the bean plants are doing. And later this week, we're also going to be finishing our science journals from the beginning to write the results and the conclusion.